Hi everyone, this is Erin McKeon with Keller Williams, and today I'm here with my good friend Darlene Baxter with Farmers Insurance, and she's here to help answer some of the most common questions about homeowners insurance. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
I think this is going to be a really good video with lots of great information, so let's dive right into it. So homeowners insurance, why do we need it?
So we need homeowners insurance to protect our largest asset. If it's not your largest asset, it's probably one of the largest assets. And not only that, the mortgage is going to require that you keep a homeowner's policy in force at all times in the event of fire, theft, vandalism. I even had a huge claim where a toilet backed up and caused over $200,000 worth of damage.
Oh my goodness.
So sometimes it's the events that you don't think are ever going to happen to you actually do happen every day.
Absolutely. And this seems like sort of a silly question, but I do get asked this question, so I'm going to ask it of you. What is the difference between homeowners insurance and a home warranty plan?
So homeowners insurance is a type of policy that covers unexpected events. Once again, going back to a clogged toilet, or maybe someone left the bathtub running and it overflows. To where a home warranty is really covering your property inside your home, such as your oven, your refrigerator, your plumbing, anything like that. Garage door, you can kind of pick your home warranty. Mm-hmm. So it's covering your wear and tear from your everyday household appliances and whatnot.
Fantastic. And how does a homeowner determine how much insurance they need? How can they ensure that they are covered appropriately?
So the homeowner's policy is done by a software program known as a 360 value. Mm-hmm. Once we input all the information into the software, it's going to let us know per square foot what it's going to cost to rebuild this home.
Okay.
I mean, we can really go in there and we can do each room separately depending on what the house is really built out of and what is existing and what it's going to cost to rebuild.
Right.
So that's known as the dwelling amount on the policy, and that's what's going to rebuild your house.
Okay.
If needed.
Fantastic. And you've mentioned, I think, some of the more obvious things that you want to make sure that your home insurance covers, but what are some of the least obvious? And one, I'm asking because this is important to know, and two, because Darlene has told me some horror stories. So what are some things that maybe people aren't thinking about that are actually quite common?
Right. So the policy has a liability. Typically, it's $100,000. That's just the normal, right?
Sure.
But we always encourage people to go ahead and max that coverage out at $1 million. So in the event that a dog bites a small child, which we see that is the #1 claim right now, that policy is going to cover that dog bite because the claim's going to stay in effect until the child reaches the age of 18. So we do see that maxes out on the full $1 million at least.
Wow.
But that's a common claim that we're seeing more and more, which is why the insurance companies are now starting to exclude certain breeds.
Got it. Okay. Dog bites.
Yes.
Make sure you're covered. Holy smokes.
Right, before you buy the dog.
Exactly. And then obviously we live in the state of California, but I know that there's a different version of this kind of with every state that you live in or whatever part of the country you're in. So in California, the big is fires, right? And so you mentioned fires. So what is a fire line score and how does that affect the insurance amount and the premium?
So right now with the fires in California, it's becoming a year-round situation that's happening. And so the state of California has determined the slope, how long it takes the fire trucks to actually get to a home, how much brush is around the home.
Right.
And that gives us a score. So the insurance companies can say, okay, we are no longer going to take any more homes in that score.
Right.
Or we are going to go ahead and insure the home up to a certain fire score.
Right.
But a lot of what we're seeing right now is a lot of non-renewals going on because of the fire scores being too high.
And that was going to be my next question, which is if a homeowner previously had no problem getting, fire insurance as a part of their policy, but now that neighborhood's fire score has changed, how does that affect their renewal to get fire insurance?
Right. We're seeing premiums triple on high fire. And high fire is not even really that high. I mean, we're seeing Alamo, Lafayette, Orinda, even Pleasant Hill have higher fire line scores. And so the insurance is definitely becoming more and more expensive.
So with those cities, do you mean that you're seeing high fire scores in areas where fires are certainly a possibility, but not as common maybe as some other parts of the state.
Exactly, right.
Okay.
Right here locally, we're seeing policies go triple as to what they were paying the year before. So you really want to do your homework and understand what neighborhood you're looking at.
Yeah.
You got to really determine that.
Absolutely.
Makes sense to you.
Well, and I have to say that there have been a handful of times where I've been working with buyers who really have an interest in a particular city, a particular neighborhood, but they're nervous about their ability to get proper coverage, especially around the idea of the fire lines and such. So Darlene has always been so wonderful. All I have to do is send her an address that my clients are interested in, and she's able to get back to me pretty quickly and let me know, whether or not that home is insurable and what kind of insurance that they can obtain.
Right. Yeah.
So I always appreciate that. So
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
And then that then leads me into my last question, which is how often should a homeowner be getting their policy reviewed?
Right. So policy is a 12-month policy.
Okay.
And the renewals go out 45 days prior to the renewal.
Okay.
So this is a good time for you to really sit down and look at your policy and make sure it's still what you want it to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have any concerns or maybe you want to make some changes,
Yeah.
you can definitely give us a call. But what we do is we send out our renewals to all our clients and try to book a review at that time and see if they have any questions.
Okay. And then will you ask them questions? I mean, do you kind of take them through some additional questions in case they did get a dog, they did do an addition? I mean, are you kind of asking some of those probing questions to make sure
Yes.
that if anything needs to change in their insurance coverage, that you're made aware of that?
We put together a PowerPoint actually about homeowners.
Of course you do.
We're including that
does.
in all our renewals to help maybe
That's
answer
great.
some questions that they didn't even know they would need to know.
Exactly.
Especially if they've put in a pool or one of those fancy spas in the backyard now. That's also a larger risk.
Right.
So yeah, we put together a PowerPoint to help answer some questions and just give some ideas on what you might be looking for in a policy.
Fantastic. I love it. I don't know about you. I learned a lot today. So thank you so much. You're always such a wealth of knowledge. And if any of you have questions about your current homeowner's policy, obtaining homeowner's insurance, or any type of insurance for that matter, we are going to include Darlene's contact information in this video. Please don't hesitate to reach out to her. She is a wealth of knowledge, as I'm sure you've figured out. And then if you have any real estate related questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm always available for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.